Hello and welcome back to my channel. Every billion-dollar brand at some point in their journey has dealt with the question of how do they generate more sales? Whether that's a brand like Gymshark crossing their first $1 million or AG1 crossing their first $100 million, the most successful brands in the world all struggle with more sales at some point in time. Today I'm going to go through the top 4 e-commerce platforms that all these brands would have considered and the ones you can use today in order to generate more sales for your brand and business. We're going to cover the top 4 platforms I would use if starting an e-commerce brand tomorrow, and they all bring in incremental revenue, which is really important if you're trying to grow. So let's jump into the number 1 platform. Platform 1 is Shopify. This is going to be different from the other 3 platforms because Shopify is not a marketplace. However, the benefit of Shopify is you can exponentially increase your sales down to your own marketing. Brands like Represent and Gymshark operate on Shopify, and it really is the leading platform if you want to own your own store. You can run Google ads, Facebook ads, TikTok organic content, send traffic from those platforms directly to your store, and depending on how big your marketing budget is, that will depend how fast you can grow. That's the benefit of Shopify. You're in control of how big you are. Platform number 2 is Amazon. Amazon has 3 selling programs: Amazon Seller Central, FBA, and Amazon Vendor Central. Amazon Vendor Central is the big platform. This is where Amazon behaves like a retailer, places large purchase orders with your brand because it has huge demand for your product. Working with Amazon as a vendor is very similar to working with Walmart or Tesco or a big retailer. FBA and Seller Central are very similar, but you control how much is going to get ordered. Seller Central, you can do it yourself. You can connect your Shopify inventory to Amazon or set up your own Amazon inventory page and start selling based upon the search traffic. The biggest difference with Amazon is you have search traffic. It's very hard to grow your revenue above how many people are searching for the product. It is a search-based platform. Let's say you sell earphones. Amazon has a huge market for earphones, but if the general demand for earphones goes down, people searching on Amazon goes down. This limits the amount of revenue you can generate. The benefit of Seller Central is you can ship the product out to your customer, and as you get bigger, for example, if you're a drinks brand, the likes of Coca-Cola and Pepsi, they will have multi-million-dollar purchase orders agreements with Amazon. So if you want to get started fast on a platform where people are already searching for your product, go to Amazon. Platform number 3 is TikTok Shop. Over the past 3 to 4 years since COVID, TikTok Shop over the past 3 to 4 years has exploded. And more common than ever is TikTok live shopping. Brands such as Sneak Energy are permanently online selling, and small hobby shops, for example, people who sell Pokemon cards, open packs live on air to drum up demand. TikTok Shop is fantastic because you can access affiliate marketing. Affiliates and content creators link content to products that they want to sell, and they earn a commission. Where this is completely different from Amazon and Shopify is that you can leverage different creators to reach their own audiences to sell product. The only difference to bear in mind is that you will pay a commission to every TikTok Shop affiliate, so make sure your margins are correct before jumping into TikTok. The brilliance of TikTok as well is you can sync it to your Shopify store, so Shopify can become your hub. If an organic piece of content goes viral, it can create demand for your product that was not on Amazon and that is not reliant on your Facebook ads driving to Shopify. And platform number 4 is eBay. eBay is an amazing platform if you sell very expensive products or are in the second-hand market. Again, it's a very different use case, but platforms such as Nasty Girl actually started on eBay. So if you're a reseller or you have luxury clothing, people are searching in droves for products on eBay. The benefit of eBay as well is if you're a small seller, there's obviously no fees to begin with. And if you want to become a professional store, there's advertising that you can run to capture the search traffic and generate sales there. Now, eBay won't work for every brand, and depending on how premium you want your product to be, it's a platform that can be polarizing, but it's a completely different audience. Customers who shop on eBay are clearly looking for a deal and secondhand products, whereas Amazon is brand new and TikTok Shop is driven by creators. So out of those 4 platforms, 2 are marketplaces, Amazon and eBay. Shopify, you drum up your own demand, and eBay is kind of a mix of both. It technically is a marketplace, but at the same time, it's reliant upon individual sellers to have product there to buy. So it's not quite the same as a retailer. Oh, and the bonus platform. Depending on which product you sell, Etsy can be amazing, especially if you're in the second-hand market or you sell customized products, for example, pottery or painting. Again, the brilliance of all of these platforms is you can start straight from Shopify. Now, Shopify is free to get started and just $1 for the first few months, and you can use that as your hub. You can sync your inventory to all the other marketplaces, so it's less for you to manage. So in summary, if you are responsible for your own growth and you have large marketing budgets, jump to Shopify. You can control how fast you grow depending on how big your marketing budget is and how great your organic content is. But if you have a heavily searched for product, go to Amazon or eBay, and if you want a combination of the 2, head to TikTok Shop. As always, the most loved brands you buy from are likely on Shopify, so my advice is to always start there. If you found this useful, please like, comment and subscribe, and let me know down below which platform you use the most. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.